based off Njoku getting his fifth-year option picked up today. And I want to bring this up because I thought Kevin Stefanski certainly shed light on this over the weekend. All three tight ends figure to be involved in the offense. Is there any idea of what role each guy will play in the offense? Now, there's also another question about Njoku, about if this could mean that maybe he'll spend more time split out wide, maybe in the slot, something like that. And Kevin Stefanski was very clear over the weekend, and we kind of knew this already. And Ellis, I know you've watched a lot of that offense that he ran last year. He likes to have those tight ends out there because it puts the defense in a position where they can be in their base defense more, or they have to be in their base defense more. And it actually helps the quarterback because it takes away some of those, as Stefanski put it, those exotic pressures that defenses can bring out of some of those sub packages.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, Dan. And furthermore, it seems like, remember when Andrew Berry talked the other day about how the defensive line is going to roll like a hockey team? I could see the tight ends doing that to a degree. Now, Austin Hooper is likely going to lead the tight ends in snaps, but we're talking, not just those three, but, don't forget about your guy, Steven Carlson, also, who is going to have an opportunity in this offense because what this position does, like you said, they're going to be able to scheme the position open. So you're better off having the fresh bodies on the field rather than the guy who needs to win first man coverage. I don't think that's necessarily what Kevin Stefanski looks for out of his tight ends. That's going to be the job of Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry. So again, it's a crowded tight end room. I understand that. And one of these guys probably is going to be the odd man out eventually. But as for splitting someone out or where they might end up, Harrison Bryant looks more like the guy who can split out wide. He was out wide a lot in his game tape. He's got some just natural wide receiver skills. And then he could also flirt with a type of H-back, fullback type role too, getting him in the flats and stuff like that. So he's the more versatile guy where you're going to see Hooper and Njoku be your more traditional tight ends.
Yeah, I think from what I read, a lot of analysts thought that Bryant needed to either lose weight or gain weight to be one or the other. He was obviously a really good receiver. And you're right, he wasn't up against the line very much in college. If I remember correctly, Stefanski actually used three tight ends like on 73 plays last year, which was third most in the league. I'm assuming most of those were running plays. I didn't look close enough to see, but it actually happened. So we could see all three guys on the field in 2020. That would be interesting.
It is so hard to imagine, when you look at the talent on this offense, it is so hard to imagine how are they going to have enough footballs to go around for Austin Hooper, David Njoku, Harrison Bryant, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt. When you think about it, right? Again, it's going to be one of those pick your poison things, but they're not going to stray too far away from their tight end heavy scheme. So they're going to be in two tight ends a lot. They will be in three tight ends. And I don't think they're going to worry too much. I mean, I think you do have to keep your sort of diva-ish receivers a little bit happy. I mean, you do, or else you're going to have problems in the locker room. You're going to have problems on the football field. But I still think that they are going to stay pretty true to the tight end heavy scheme.
I would be shocked if we hear anybody in Berea use the term pick your poison this year. They kind of got burned by that.
Yeah.
Everyone learned last year when they were putting out their Twitter lists of all the Browns' weapons and how we were talking about this offense. Like, oh, you know what? It is still all on paper. You still have to be able to go out there on Sundays and execute it against NFL defenses.